Been about math. What's math? Watched my last diffuse video. You heard the 4 key steps to success in diffusing, and if you haven't, go back and watch that, and I'll be waiting. Why are you still here? If you haven't watched it, go back and watch that. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe down below, smash that like button, and post notification bell on so you can be notified every single time I post a new video. Why not? Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the video. For today's video, we have a kind of a different setup because I wasn't really planning to film this one, just because I was kind of recording like a reel / TikTok for y'all, and now I had to diffuse my hair to show the end result, so I just thought, why not show y'all the Dyson diffuser. It's a long overdue video. Y'all wanted it when I did the unboxing, so why not? And now I've gotten more used to the controls of the Dyson, so it's about time that I do this. So I've been plopping my hair for about 5 or so minutes, and I've been using some new products lately on my skin and on my hair, so just stay tuned on Instagram for like a little surprise that's coming up real soon, maybe Wednesday or so. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And ooh, the wire is super long, so let's just get into this kind of updated diffuse video. Okay. So without further ado, let's just get started. I'm just going to hover around my hair until it gets a little bit drier, and then I'm just going to focus on my roots to get dry because they tend to take the longest to get drier, and then I'll move my way down. But before I do that, let me just tell you all about the settings real quick. So this is the on switch, and then this is kind of the pressure. I don't know if that's the right word. This little fan button kind of controls how much airflow is coming out. The more little buttons that are red, the more pressure you're getting, like the stronger the airflow is. And this is the heat. We don't really touch that button too much, only when it's like crunch time and I need to finish diffusing faster. I'll turn it up to like 1 little dot. And this is the cool shot button. So if you remembered my last video, I always kept my finger on the cool shot button when I didn't have the heat on, just to make sure that the diffuser was nice and cold and not getting a lot of heat in my hair. And towards the end of my diffusing process, I tend to switch off and go back to a little bit of heat. Or sometimes I do it backwards. I really like to play around with the heat setting on the Dyson because it is safer than a normal diffuser. I'll explain that in the description box a little bit, just so I don't go on a whole tangent, because y'all know me. But yeah, I have class in a little bit, so let's get to diffusing. Really quickly before I move on, I don't know if y'all noticed, I'll probably just put music over this part, but the Dyson is not as loud as my old diffuser was. Like, I constantly, every time I diffuse, I ask my roommates, like, hey, am I being too loud? Just let me know. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm just like, I've been diffusing for like 5 minutes, you haven't heard anything? And they're all like, no. So that's a plus side on the Dyson. But if you want to see like an actual versus battle between a normal blow dryer diffuser and then a Dyson, let me know, because I could do half of my head. I can make that happen. You know I'll do anything for y'all, so just let me know. This is a new thing I started doing like not in the midway, but like the 1/4 of the way. I'll go in and I'll like section my hair a little bit as to like where I want it to fall, and just put some gel at the top, because I've noticed that I tend to get some frizz up there when I do just randomly take out the new section, you know? All right, back to diffusing. It's 10:10 and I started at 10:05. Just wanted to let y'all know where it's going with the diffusing. And it's about, how do I explain this? It's about 60% dry already. And as you can see, I'm already getting some volume, which I usually get like with my old diffuser. I remember I used to like start getting the actual volume around like 90% dry, like when I started to actually see like the volume forming. But now it's like 60 or so percent, 65% dry. And y'all, maybe a little less dry than that. It feels a little wet down here, but y'all, just saying, this has really been a life changer. I'm not gonna talk about it right now. I'll talk about it at the end, but like, it really has been. Alright, so now it's 10:13, 2 extra minutes, and like what I like to do now when my hair gets like a little drier is I start to focus more on the roots so they don't frizz up when I start to move around, and then I'm just gonna get into like the things that you typically see people see, like the whole scrunching thing with the diffuser. I don't like to do that earlier on when my hair is more wet because that's how you get frizz and you kind of mess with the cast that's forming. So my cast, it's like, you know, it's good. I didn't put a lot of gel today, but I don't know how to explain this. I don't want to mess with the possible cast and protection, like shield of the curls in the beginning process of my hair drying. Like it's still too vulnerable in that state, if that makes any sense. Like you're still more immune to getting frizz when you're like going like this to it. But I really did talk about this a lot in my Diffuse 101 video, like about the importance of just hovering and not using your fingers and just taking your time, because slow and steady wins the race. But with the Dyson, you're not actually working very slow because it's only been like 10 minutes and look, like we're almost done. Like, hello, okay, I'm just saying. And that's only because I keep stopping to talk to y'all. Would have probably been done by now. I'm just saying, I'm not sponsored and I understand that the Dyson is expensive, but it definitely, like if you're a diffuse type of person, it saves a lot of time. All right, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, my hair is dry. I only have like 5% more to go, and I'm just gonna let the rest of it air dry because I do want to go make some breakfast real quick before class. But I just want to let y'all know it's 10:21, so give or take an estimate of 1 or 2 minutes. A total of, let's say, 15 minutes is how long it takes to get my hair to only have 5% left of like dampness. Not even wet. It's not even wet. It's like if you want it to be fully dry, I would diffuse for like 2 more minutes. Like, but I do want to go make some breakfast. Just keeping it real with y'all. And I'm gonna pick my hair after that. But 15 minutes. If y'all watched my old diffusing video with my old diffuser, it took me that day about 40 minutes because my hair was much longer. But my average time for diffusing with my hair at this length was 35 minutes, 30 minutes. The length only took away 5 minutes. But yeah, it's crazy that this diffuser cut my diffusing time in half. And yes, the downside is the expense. It is a lot of money. I personally probably wouldn't have bought it for myself until like maybe a few more years. Like I didn't think it would, like I've always seen videos about it, I've always seen people rave about it, and I did always want one, but it's not something that I personally would have gotten for myself. But now that I know how good it is, I wish I would have had it sooner because it has cut my diffusing time, my drying time in half. I'm almost 80% of the time my hair has a lot of volume, and it's because I actually want to diffuse now, versus when I had to use my old diffuser, just knowing that it was going to take me about 35 to 40 minutes, sometimes a little bit more than that, depending on like the products I used and everything. it just kind of like discouraged me, and I would hate the drying process. Like, it was just, I did find my techniques here and there to get more volume, but it was a long time. This, like, the airflow of it, I don't really know how the science of all of this works, like the mechanics of it. I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of heat. Like, yes, it has like the cool shot button, the hot button, but like it's almost like automatic. You know, like with the old, like, you know, normal blow dryers, when you click the cool shot button, you have to continuously press it for it to actually get cooler. No, like, I can have this setting like all the way up here, and the second I hit the cool shot button like twice, she's cold, she's good. Like, it's just, I don't know. I guess it's worth the money. I haven't sat side by side and diffused like my hair halfway and like done the whole battle. I definitely want to do that. But in my opinion, personally, I'm so grateful for this gift that I got, because it has definitely saved the time. That is definitely, like, time is money. Like, time, especially with school, work, and all of that, if you want your hair to be on point and you only have like 20 minutes, because it's happened to all of us, you're more likely to air dry when you have a normal diffuser, just because you know it's going to take you longer. It also depends on like the density of your hair and your porosity and all of that. But for me, it would have taken me 40 minutes to do what I just did in less than 20. And that's amazing. Like, you could take so much more time to do your makeup and do whatever, you know? So time is definitely like my number one priority, my number one reason to recommend the Dyson. But in terms of it doing the same job at the end of the day as a normal diffuser, yeah, like, they both dry your hair, they both get you some volume. This, for some reason, it's also like more handheld. The wire is longer, it is more comfortable for me, and that's another bonus for it. It's very comfortable, very lightweight. I remember my diffuser, like, I haven't touched her in so long, but my diffuser was so much heavier. I'm definitely going to compare both. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to subscribe down below, smash that like button, turn your post notification bell on so you can be notified every single time I post a new video. Why not? Alright, so I'll see you all next time with a very special video that I'm not going to get too much information, but let's just say we're going to go back into vlogs for a little bit. So I'll see you all next time. Bye.